Arivani Boleki will bring this down. She's an impressive specimen of an athlete. So Fiji find themselves behind on the scoreboard early against a team they've got not a good record against, but this is a good surge from Deleawau, who does well to keep it in field, and then it bobbles away. And Tia Hines goes quickly, trying to catch the Fiji defence off guard. Ashby with the step. Can't go around. Tawaiua, the captain. But concede the penalty to Fiji. It's all Australia at the moment. Hines once more taking it upon herself. Levi to Levi. So much space for Maddi. Too much space for Maddi. Oh, that's too easy for her. Eats those sort of tries for breakfast, Maddi Levi.
Oh, great work by the Australian women. Again, it's very simple rugby. It's 1-2 passes. Always start working on those 1-2s. Get it outside, and then you can start building. 1-2, you get Maddi in the trams, and she's going to fend off and get over there. But Fiji just have to back themselves. They kind of look like they're a bit hesitant to try and run it at the Australian defence at the moment. They look the most dangerous when they're...
Yelen Yengo gets us underway to the noise of the crowd here in Madrid. And it's Belenessa straight away who almost comes through. Good cover defence from Lily Dezu. And a chance for Australia to get their game breaker, their match winner, their flyer, their speedster, their absolute rock star straight into the action, Maddi Levi.
Geez, that was a massive misread defensively from France. I don't know why you bite in there. It's man on man defensively. Look at this wide. There, you don't need to bite in. And when you get, especially Levi, on the edge, you can't give her that much space because she's got too much speed. That's a try all day long.
Right, let's get down sideline. We can go straight into the Australian coach, Tim Walsh. Well,
eventually well handled on that far side. Still with the Aussies here after they went with a quick line out. Nasser lays it back perfectly. Tapped on here for Levi. Silky hands there from Ashby, and now Levi comes back in field looking for a hand now. Gets back to the outside. Can she outpace the defence? Of course she can. She's covered a mile in that passage, and Maddi Levi is gone for Australia's second.
Maddi Levi, she took the scenic route. Got absolutely banged for her buck, covered so many blades of grass, but she goes, you know what, I'll put on the handbrake, I'll go back the other way. And there are no slouches that she's running around there. Ariana Ramsey and Kaylin Thomas, they're well able to sprint themselves, but just not as fast as Madison Levi this time.
Trying to break down one of the best teams in the competition. There's Wally. Wally got left behind a little bit earlier, so I wonder if the youngster's in trouble. The youngest player in the team of each of the Australian men's and women's side has to look after Wally. Nicholas up over halfway. Isaac's been busy. That's an awkward ball, but does well. And then a nice little flick out the back of the hand. This is promising for Canada. Seal Manatafa. Multiple test matches in the Canadian 15s jersey. Ashby on it though. Maddi Ashby will win it back for Australia. And now Tegan Levi, after all that defence, is going to release her sister down the edge. Simon's chasing, but she won't have enough. And that is how Australia punishes sides time and time and time again. And Madison Levi opens the scoring. Oh, that's brutal, all that attack, and then just like this, gone, Perry.
Yeah, Canada get the quick, Vancouver get the quick turnover, and they go really quick from here. Australia goes really quick as the defense is broken, and then you give it to your wheels. And Maddi Levi is well rested, so you know she's fresh to go.
It's just what everyone wants to hear.
Nothing flirtatious about that from Nathan. She just slams into her. No pleasantries from Australia's sole try scorer so far in this one. But testament to their defence that China stick it to the boot of Yan Meilong, who's chasing down Kazlek, finds Maddi Levi. Sit back, people. Levi's got the ball. Levi's clear, and she will canter home. New season, new faces, new storylines. It's all change on the HSBC 7 Series, but you can count on Maddi Levi to make defences look silly and stick another 5 on the Aussies' tally. 14 tries in Paris. Shining beneath the early morning sunshine here in the desert. Parky to Kazlek. Here now Nassif with the swerve and the step and the strength to stride through. Shaped for the offload, but pragmatism, the order of the day. Parky again. On now to Tegan Levi, who really earned her nickname of Pitbull yesterday. Some of her shots absolutely thunderous. Someone else writing headlines has it now. Faith Nathan with all the tricks coming out of the box and eventually unleashing Maddi Levi. Her 10th of the weekend, and that elongates her 7th try scoring streak to 23 matches.
Maddi Levi doing what she does best, her 10th try of the weekend, and she had no right to go through this gap. Look at this beautiful late switch line. 2 Canadian players had their hands on her, but they can't stop Madison Levi. She is a phenomenal athlete, starting day 2 as she left off in day 1.
And she had that freedom, I suppose, and that's why she was so good.
Pressure, massive pressure comes on, but Brazil are able to scoop it away, playing in front of their own goalposts. Oh, Suarez, she's a real danger. She's so lively. Here's Mem Suarez. Well, you don't need to hand them to her. She scores them any which way as it is. Maddi Levi plucks that one away to open her account in Cape Town.
Well, it was a good half break by Brazil. But just this loopy pass here, look at it. She just reads it so brilliantly. This Maddi Levi. That's just money. Look at it. One-on-one, I'm going to come in. I've got the outside covered. Costa's going, what's doing?
Not the ideal conditions for sevens, particularly for an Australian team that like to spread the ball wide, as we saw an uncharacteristic error there from the flyer, Maddi Levi.
Spain back in possession. They lose it forward again, and it's here with Australia. Hines. Nathan. She was superb in defence and in attack in their big win earlier today against China. Levi releases and goes again. Stands in the tackle and then steps out of it. She's almost impossible to drop in moments. Maddi Levi gets Australia's first.
Quite literally impossible to handle, Sean. Tia Hines looks to go the short side, get the ball out to the flyer. Great recognition there, no defenders there, so places the ball, kick up.
It's go time at HBF Park, and the kickoff is a good one, giving Levi a chance to get up. She brings it down beautifully, and it's Australia in possession from the get-go. Hines with a long ball. Kazlek has a look, comes back towards her strike runners. Nasser, good hands down the right-hand side. It was Levi to Levi. Forget the chase, save the legs. Maddi's gone for another 5-pointer.
It's the perfect start, isn't it, for Australia? Madison Levi showing 2 of her great strengths. Aerial skill off kickoff to get possession back, and then Kazlek's the smart one who bounces back to where they have numerical advantage. A deft touch from her sister, and once there's that much space for Madison Levi, it is shut the gate. She's the Carly Simon of sevens. Nobody does it.
Tia Hines finds the length of Maddi Levi at full stretch. Coming a duff to her captain, Bella Nasser. Midfield brilliance that we've seen from Nasser throughout this weekend. Soraya Paki, she made so many meters in contact, had to bring her down, and they do. Deju all involved, and now there's space for Kalia Duff with the fake to the outside, because you never know, and she's gonna get it. She's gonna add her name to another record book. Maddi Levi. We thought France had scored a try on the other end, but Maddi Levi says, nah, I'll take one of my own.
Well, we can talk about the impressiveness of this break by Duff, but the selflessness of her to hand it off so that they're here.
No Spiff Cedric for the US in this one. Took a nasty looking knock in the previous match. So they come in without one of their key players. Here's Australia's key player, and away she goes. Thomas is going to keep chasing. Levi's going to streak away. She's had to work through the gears there, Maddi Levi. She knows Kaylin Thomas is rapid, but the long strides of Australia's strike weapon do not miss often, and over she goes. Madison Levi.
Madison Levi gets herself another try. She's had one in every single game today, and she's fresh starting this game 3.
And out it goes for Australia. Ashby, Tegan Levi for Nessa. Paki on the 22, her own this time. Here's an early ball for Levi. Looking to get around the outside of Stevenson, and she does. Twinkle toes down the sideline, almost cutting that chalk, but she so rarely does. There's the touch, the first for Madison Levi. And the strike weapon knows her job, knows what her team needs, and knows how to finish.
Who else to open the try-scoring account for Australia in this semi-final other than Maddi Levi? Simple strike here from the left-hand scrum. They know where their speedsters are, they know where their finishers are, but Madison Levi, a shining light for Australia. Oh, isn't she just a sight when she's in full stride? And Australia are up.
The lifter there, but just didn't have the support. Support was already running past. Under 15.
Australia tap and go with the co-captain Balanessa. This is where Australia just turn the screws on teams early on with slick handling. They're so well drilled, played together for such a long time, many of this group. Tia Hines whips a big ball into the hands of Maddi Levi. Levi's got space, too much space. Northston chasing, but Levi can't give her that much room, and Maddi Levi goes
in. Levi finishing that one off, but talk about that carve-out pass. I mean, it's so hard to defend a pass with that width. And it goes perfectly to Levi. Maybe had to slow him a little bit, but takes it in full stride. Really difficult for Canada.
From the sun into the shade, that's well taken by Australia, and they were happy. Ooh, that was a risky hand to throw out there. Here goes Tegan Levi looking to link up with her sister Maddi, and does so. And there's the space that Maddi needs. There's the long strides through a couple of defenders. Maddi Levi bounces straight back and adds her first of the weekend.
Well, she's inevitable. But how about the quality from Oz in terms of the creation? Levi to Levi. We've seen Tegan doing that a few times in this game.
Underway off the boot of the veteran. Nai Marcy taken down by Maddi Levi, close to that sideline, but very aware of her surroundings. Tia Hines came off the bench in the opening match. He's going to start in this one. Ashby. Oh, that's a great ball. Great spot from Maddi Ashby to Maddi Levi. What a combination. And a first touch of ball in hand sees Maddi Levi open the scoring for Australia.
Man, that was an outstanding face ball given to Madison Levi on the edge. Oh, it takes her medicine there and the ribs as well. The defender makes the wrong read. Maddi Levi just makes it look easy once again. But geez, lots to admire in this.
As I say, they looked good at times, really good at times against Australia, and going straight up the middle. They're looking even better now. Levi's going to have to chase. Tegan it is. Madison coming across as well, but it was a great charge up high from Michiel Suda. And then the knock-on, losing control, and now Levi might punish them here on the counter-attack. Australia, well, a try-saving tackle by his sister results in one up the other end, Madison Levi.
That was some genuine coast-to-coast rugby there. Fast start from Japan, did so well to break the line, but so well covered here by Tegan Levi, ultimately forcing an error and the turnover. And we know once the ball gets into Madison Levi's hands, she just shrugs defenders and can back her speed to go all the way. Fourth try of the tournament, solid start for Australia.
For Tegan Levi. Soraya Paki back in the side today, missed out yesterday after a suspension. Nice quick ball. They swing hard onto attack so quickly. Speaking of nice ball, what a pass from Kaslik to Nathan on the edge. Back they come again, going width to test this Fiji defence. Tegan Levi finds Paki, looking to release Levi. That's exactly what she does. Give her an inch, she'll take a mile. Teammates work it for her. She obliges with the finish.
Gosh, sometimes they just make it look so simple, don't they? Pass, pass, edge to edge.
Nasser on this one for Australia. She wins it back.
France just a little bit too slow to support the player. Australia on a double up hit. Turn it over.
Kaslik tries to go up the middle. And now is it going to go back the other way? Or just about for Valentine Luthors. Now we regroup again. Oh, Yengo just brushed aside, sat down by Soraya Paki. Kaslik, the switch for Levi, falls off Okemba, and there's Maddi Levi. Barely seen her with ball in hand, but when they need her, she answers the call. Madison Levi, the best strike weapon in the game.
It's not a final unless Maddi Levi has scored. Unbelievable. That's 19 tries in total for Australia. Maddi Levi has 11 of them. 2 players there, but that's just not enough. Quite often you have to see 3 on her to get her down.
Importantly under the posts too.
Crouch.
The best kickers in the game, Caroline Jouin, the number 10 for France, just sitting tucked behind the scrum. They'll have to defend.
Set.
And this is kind of Kaslik time. Huda goes for half-time as she feeds the scrum. Away it goes for Dom Dutoy out there. Jersey at number 4, and she's going to get this on the wraparound. Here comes Dutoy looking to release Levi. Levi on Siofani. Siofani gets the first hit, play on, and then Levi gets rid of French defenders, just leaving blue jerseys in her wake. Pace, power, presence, Madison Levi.
Maddi Levi is in a league of her own on this pitch. Not only does she dust off Siofani, gets up, the wherewithal to know that she wasn't held because Siofani rolled away out of the tackle zone, and that ability to then just leave those French defenders in the dust.
Well, Siofani had her, didn't she? And just rolled. Great work here at Go Bell to win that loose ball back. Balanassa, chance for Australia to attack here. Smale allows that ball to bounce. There's a little hint of a smile on her face, her first touch in her 50th. Faith Nathan on the edge. Australia working hard early. Sydney Taylor, the newcomer, just her second tournament. Now Smale up the middle. Just dragged down by Megan Burns. It's good solid defence early from Ireland. And now some space though for Ashby. Gets rid of a couple, just about stayed on her feet, did Maddie Ashby. Australia looking to release Maddi Levi as Nasser did well to hold on. It's tough work for the Australians at the moment. Now's the injection. Here's the space opening up for Levi. They were patient. They manipulated, and Maddi Levi strikes first on day 1 in Los Angeles.
Some pure athleticism there from Maddi Levi. We know exactly how crucial she is to this side, and her speed proving to be the difference. This switch play here by Faith Nathan was ultimately the difference, attracting 2 defenders and availing a nice passage for her to cruise over. First 5 points to Australia.
And that's how you turn an error into a positive. A huge scrum there from the forwards, as Australia like to play quickly, up the tempo and play out to the backs.
Well, they've got pace out wide. Well, they will be missing 1 player. Ashby received a red card for a dangerous tackle and is out for 3 games. It's Maddie Ashby, so she will not reappear until the semi-finals should Australia book a place there. Inside ball. Great left-handed pass from Kaslik, hitting Levi in full flight. That is Sevens rugby extraordinaire. from the best team in the world. Australia on the board.
The long reach of Levi pulls that one in. Some brilliant ball play interchange from Clark to Pucky through the middle in support with Kaslik, and the vision to see Levi in space. And that's what you want. The combination between Kaslik and Levi is deadly. And Levi,
who brings down the line-out ball. They hold it there as the rain starts to tumble down again. We're on day 2 in Hong Kong. It's going to make greasy as Australia switch the point of attack. Good shot put on. Here's now Australia open things up for their speedsters, and here's the open territory that they were looking for. Just find her and she'll finish. There's an inevitability every time Maddi Levi gets the ball in any kind of space. She'll dash an easy 60 metres. Makes it look simple, Madison Levi.
Well, she does, and that's an easy run-in for her, a player of her calibre and try-scoring prowess. That's now 4 for her account here in Hong Kong, but it was really nice skills. It was Charlotte Kaslik to Nasser. Nasser just with the fix and pass. And it looks simple, right? We've got 2 fix and pass that put her into the space, but how often have we seen the ball go down or passes just check players? And actually, it's those simple basics.
2.5 minutes for Australia to fight back or France to hold on, and that's been knocked into the hands from Maddi to Tegan. The Levi sisters combine. Kaslik's back out there, and she ain't going through to Kui. She's driven back. It was ripped away. Play on. There's a wrestle on the ground for it. Australia will win it back. Good hunger from
on the shoulder play.
Balanassa. The French team are just so physical. Levi, oh, fend in the face. Speaking of physical, see you later. Madison Levi gave the full force into Joanna Grise's nose. Huge fend, huge try.
that spices things up. Here's the fend, oh, to the face. Grise sat down by Levi. The power, the precision, oh. Levi taking this game with both hands.
Spies everywhere at the sevens as Great Britain have got some work to do. One bouncing back to, oh, collision of bodies there. And it was there eventually for Emmy Urian, so did well to get that possession back, did GB. Norman Bell again, and she's got away from one defender, tries to squeeze a difficult ball for Rona Lloyd to catch up to. Tegan Levi, well, you're speaking of pit bulls on both sides of the ball. That is Tegan Levi to a T, and now she's going to send her sister away. Needs no room. She had no room, Maddi Levi. There was barely a centimetre of space, and she finishes superbly.
Be careful. Okay, be careful.
Oh, stop that, Madison Levi. Towing her way down a tightrope. Down this near side. She had so little space to work with here. It was excellent work from her sister, Tegan Levi. Got the turnover, dished it to her sister, and here she goes. Just squeezing those white boots inside the white line, just about. Excellent awareness of that line.
Poldy Lane sends it away. Australia going to get some possession here, a chance to get into their groove as well, as it's Tegan who brings it down. Oh, New Zealand shooting up. Poldy Lane made the decision and went early on Nasser, but that's less than space for Maddi Levi. Woodman Wickless going to chase, but just as Blythe did at one end, Madison Levi is going to streak away. The quick response from Australia, and their supreme finisher, Madison Levi.
Well, if that isn't the pure description of how close these things are between these two sides, that is the definition. Looks up, backs herself. Georgia Miller unable to get to her. Really just pinned her ears back. She said exactly what Michaela Blythe can do. I can do better. Add those extra 3 meters.
Nice quick retention of possession. King and Burns working in the middle, but when it really fight hard, Erin King keep her feet, losing a little bit of ground as Burns recycles once more for Ireland, working in their own 22 though. Parsons, slow ball for Burns to eventually dig out. King doing a power of work here, and King. And a penalty
from the side.
goes against Island.
On the side.
There was lots of hustle and bustle, but not a lot of ground being made. Quick tick. Away comes Kaslik as she goes out to the Levi sisters on the edge, and Maddi Levi opens her account here in Madrid.
Composed play, wasn't it? Getting that quick turnover, knowing they got the player advantage. Quality of pass with width, with pace. Giving that lady the best chance on the outside edge. Side, but you could see Australia were really working hard in defence and covering that ground quickly. So it was the right call to do that harsh line from Bonner, but just didn't have the players with her to secure the ball.
Kaslik again, we're seeing Australia really employ the kicking game, and why not? Because look at this 100-metre sprint race. Oh, Angelica's staying with her, couldn't quite, just got bummed off on the shoulder-to-shoulder chase. Match Maddi Levi for gas, but Maddi Levi, those long strides, that classy finisher once more.
Ah, that's interesting. There might be some people saying you can't quite do that off the ball. I dare say if the Team GB player had fallen to her feet, maybe the referee would have looked at it. Just watch it here and out there. Just that split second allows her to get in front.
Yes.
Into contact. And Australia look to initiate their own. Now spending a bit of time with ball in hand. This will be a relief as Heidi Dennis carries it forward. Nasser. Switch to Paki. Good physical play from Paki. Sending it deep, Nasser. Faith Nathan sends it on to Madison Levi, and once she touches the ball, there is only one ending in sight. Levi's in for try number 20 in the HSBC 7 Series.
Yeah, absolutely no panic from the Aussie women. The defence of the French just far too tight. Conversion's good too, so full 7 points. This is the last try, but all created on the other side. There was a ruck time, got really tight in the defence. Tunkara was never going to catch up to Maddi Levi on the outside. Way too much.
Third Cup quarter-final. Good work from the kickoff. Nasser, the new Aussie skipper, driving her team forward. Hines happy to send it wide to Hayes, in turn on to Nathan, who sinks in a contact there and falls awkwardly. Hopefully Faith's okay. Slowly back to her feet. Kaslik cutting crossfield, looking for the switch up. Now she gets it with Levi, who's on the angle and on the charge and gone. Chalker up for another. The try's good, and Australia lead by 5.
An absolute dream start here for the Aussies at home. Maddi Levi ripping and tearing. Love this combination, these two working in tandem. Charlotte Kaslik so graceful. Draws the last two defenders across to the right. Maddi Levi with a nice late switch, well timed. Danger signs.
Happy to engage in contact with Soraya Paki, but she's had it ripped away. That's great strength from Paki. She's a real enforcer in this Australian team. Here's the first touch for Bridget Clark, who's worked hard in the middle all weekend. Kiala Berryman-Duff goes to ground. And back it comes for Hines. Australia, first stolen possession. It's with Ballanassa. She makes her way to ground. Clark up the middle. Lots of new faces, as I say, a new picture for New Zealand to contend with. Oh, it's physical from Felix Hotham, but Faith Nathan's done really well to get her team out of trouble, and that is a wonderful ball that's been ripped from Hines to Levi, and Madison Levi is going to be the first striker in this final. She is unstoppable.
And the unsung hero, Faith Nathan, is always there to save the day, Ricky, as she does. Rips that ball, and they just spin it out the long pass to the masterful one herself, Maddi Levi. Those iconic, or becoming iconic.
However, get to the final and then just not able to put the cherry on the cake since Dubai. Simons, Duff finds midfield to Nathan with the link up again, and then to Maddi Levi, who's going to look to try and stretch her legs and get within two for the 200. And Maddi Levi, with all the pace to burn, gets under the sticks for Australia.
Two tries for Maddi Levi in this game. Look at that focus. Ball in the proper hand in the left side, keeping it away from the defender. Doesn't even need to use the handoff and goes the full distance. Two tries is so simple.
Tackle there. Final women's match of the day. One-on-one. Faith Nathan thinks better of it, comes back in field. Good pressure as Bien Tarita's wrapped up. She gets to ground though. That's her savior. Levi's free, lifting the pink boots, dancing out of the tackle. She has try number 199.
Yeah, and the pesky defense of Japan was really difficult to penetrate by Australia, but all you have to do is get it into the hands of this woman with the iconic pink cleats, and she finds a seam, just cuts back into the right, and Japan...
Quickest players on the field too for Canada. Apps with the feed, and the ball's come out on the side of the Aussie women into the hands of Maddi Levi, who's going to get the handoff on Norson. Another one on Isaac, and Maddi Levi is going to open the scoring for the Aussie women in this first Cup semi-final.
Well, Cardinals, sit on your ball, you have to have it. Australia haven't had any ball in possession, but look at this. The tide here, you don't see this very often. Oh, that's a well-timed strike. Fantastic. Holy smokes, Tarita it was, and then when you get it out to Maddi Levi one-on-one, sometimes it's just not beat.
Who love attacking from this kind of platform here will have their opportunity.
Strong bind, good platform at the set, please. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Really dangerous attacking chance here for Australia. And this woman's so key to it all, Faith Nathan. Dishes off for Levi. Ramsey going to have to come at her, but too much room there for Maddi Levi. And she will whip around the outside of this USA defence to get a second for Australia and give them a 10-0 lead.
And you can't give Maddi Levi an inch, because she'll do that to you. It was a lovely play there from Faith Nathan, like we've seen so many times this year, a little in and out and just putting Maddi away. But that combination of Nathan and
Hala, the Queensland Red, gets us underway again. NASA just holds up the ball in contact, and Dennis gets it away again for Dolly Hines. There's Parky once more. Now Hala as well in that pink scrum cap. Gives it to Maddi Levi. Might this be her first try of the tournament? It will be. Oh, she's known for pace, but that was all about power from Maddi Levi, and she's up and running in Dubai in the season opener.
Just the 207 tries. Absolutely nuts. But she can do it all. Look at this fend directly into the chest of the Japanese defender, Mizutani. She's 6 foot tall, Maddi Levi, so she has the patience.
Canada overthrow it. It's going to sit there for Australia. They went up and the ball just went sailing over the top. So Australia are back in possession here and trying to creep their way towards the 50-metre line. Hala spins it away nice and quickly to Levi. That was Tegan close to the action, and it's Maddi waiting wide out. Now Tegan dummies to assist her and takes off. Will she need her? Yes, the bounce pass surely went forward. It stands at the moment. Maddi Levi has 2, but we might need sign-off. That looked a little iffy.
The Levi sisters linking up here. Look at this pace, spots the gap, pins her ears back. But it was a great scramble offence. Question over that pass, but the TMO is in there.
Levi, lovely throw. Just couldn't connect with sister Maddi on the return ball from the top, but it's still there with Australia as they spin it wide in the direction of Nathan, who lays it off at the line, and then she invites Ashby to come round the corner. Now Tarita just sits down one and then gets caught on the edge by Fijiana. Good cover in the end from Fijiana to stop Tarita. She is such a handful. Now Australia with width coming back to the right in the direction of Levi. It is Levi to Levi, Tegan to, yeah, you know who, Maddi, and Australia have the first score.
Well, what a start for Australia. First opportunity, ball in hand. They're so threatening when they go edge to edge. Tarita on one side, pulls in defenders from Fiji, and then they shift it out to the outside. 3 defenders all around in this 5-metre channel here. It's got to be space somewhere else. And how good's Tegan Levi been this tournament so far? Gave her sister 2 tries yesterday.
Tap and go. Let's go.
Tegan Levi in midfield. Hines on the switch. Henwood made the dummy run. They go out the back for Tarita. She's got Levi outside her. It's early ball for Maddi Levi and just puts the foot down. Doesn't need a lot of room, Madison Levi, and grabs another to stretch Australia away.
2, 3, 4 career tries for Madison Levi. She's just
this. It's time for our second Cup semi-final. USA v Australia. And it is Australia who get first use of the ball. Deep inside their 22 goes Nasser. Good hands early on from the Aussies as they look to get it to the edge. Here's Levi straightening up, trying to kick through a couple of defenders, and she does it with absolute ease. Levi runs in Australia's first.
Madison Levi, she is all class. She is, dare I say, the fastest player on the circuit, and she strikes first from Australia. Australia parked deep in the defensive 22. She had Thomas.
Here we go, Fiji in their traditional white jerseys. Australia women in the green and gold. Well-weighted kick. Brilliantly claimed by Bella Nasser. And there, off they go. Out wide, working through Faith Nathan. She's brought down. Great skills as we come to expect from the Australian women. There's a big tackle coming in. She's going to need to commit. Midiana doing it there. There's the late drop, and look out, she gets into space. Maddi Levi opens her account here in Canada. First try for Australia.
Love that work in the mid though from Hala. Look at this late cut, work to perfection. And the big head gear, she actually comes around from the open, comes the blind. The late switch is on. Maddi Levi is so deep. Look at the way she just slides through. 3 feet.
Just about. Ortinetti looked after her well. Australia trying to keep it alive, and now there could be some space for Hala. No, it shuts down again. New Zealand rabid in defence. Tanesi on that one. Australia looking for some space. There it is for Pucky. Just gets past Watherson. Now the chase is coming. It's Walker looking to steam down Soraya Pucky. Pucky trying to find her support runners. Can't get it just yet. Ashby's with her. There's the support runner that you need. It's Maddi Levi steaming onto it. That's a huge strike for Australia before half-time.
A great bit of skill shown by the Aussie women. Madison Levi on the receiving end, but they kept that ball alive. Soraya Paki with the footwork, the bounce out, and the stride down the middle of the pitch. She knew she didn't have the gas, but her teammates were coming in full force, and that woman always in the mix of things, getting her name to the score sheet. 9 tries.
So Maddie Ashby The absolute string puller, and again they go the kick in behind, and look at Levi steaming down on this, the perfectly weighted kick from Ashby. That is sublime from the Maddies. Maddi Ashby to Maddi Levi. What a strike from Australia.
Australia immediately making them pay. The error on the restart, just seeing wide opens up. They see the USA all step up. They don't want to give Levi any space. So then Ashby says, thank you very much. Let me just ding it through. And Levi says, thank you. I'll done another 5 to my name.
What a bit of a skittle of that phase at the moment. You know, I think they're wanting to get the jitters out. Maddi Levi, she wants the ball early. She wants to break this record, and I don't blame her. She's done it so quickly. The world record on getting 250 tries. Look at her. 2 tries away from matching it, 3 from beating it. I can't wait to see it.
Fine. Neither can we. I can't wait to see your face. Ashby on the feed, comes left into the hands of Tia Hines, who takes up the ball right into the hands of Maddi Levi, and you asked for a pusher. You wanted her to get the ball early. You wanted her to get one closer. And Maddi Levi gets her first of the weekend.
Maddi Levi, absolute superstar player, and it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the players like Maddi Ashby and Tia Hines creating the space.
Who continues to be good throughout this weekend. NASA does really well to get out of there. Lafafa releases to Hines, who goes over the top to Maddi Levi, and Maddi Levi said, I'm gonna do it, I will not wait any longer. She's had to, the bench are off their feet, and Maddi Levi officially surpasses Portia Woodman-Wycliffe on the all-time try-scoring list. She gets 257.
Maddi Levi, you absolute superstar, girl, you deserve it. Beautiful pass over the top. And watch this, she's twinkle toes down that sideline. Her feet is so elusive, her footwork, her hips just moving around. Maddi Levi, congratulations, sis, you so deserve it.
Chuck her on the dance floor. Lost the semi-final, was in Vancouver, 2025 last season.
Took the words straight out of my mouth, Layla, well done.
You and I just know each other so well, but Chloe Jacquet trying to pick that ball up off the line-out. Is that still in play? Yes, it is absolutely still in play. Not been called by the touch. You've got to play until the whistle. Do France, and Maddi Levi will not be asked twice to score an open try like that.
One of the easiest she'll ever get, but it comes from her work rate. France thought they were being smart, knocking it back in. That was Chloe Jacquet. And Madison Levi, she is the most aware, and she just keeps chasing every single ball, and opportunities are eventually going to present themselves.
Olsen puts it high, and it's going to knock into US hands straight away. Levi couldn't bring it down. There's a little gap there for Sullivan that closed very quickly. Great tackle from Kaslik. Kershey getting some go forward for the USA, which is what she does all the time. And speaking of go forward, now Connect couldn't quite find Ma, a power runner in the middle. Sullivan straight up the middle once more. Oh, the offload is there for Ma, and around the corner. It just went over the fingertips of Kershey, and she would have been under the bar. Now there's trouble, because Levi's going to take on Levy around the outside, and Australia and Madison Levi will make you pay every single time. Well, as this try gets dotted down, we can go down to Tim Walsh. Thank you for your time, Tim. Boy, that sevens in a nutshell, isn't it? Defence onto attack. Crouch.
That sort of stuff does good things for teams, doesn't it? The resolve, the tenacity, the togetherness. It's just what Aussie Sevens women need after that Olympic disappointment. Can't get the ball wide to Nathan just yet. Here she goes now, though, from Kaslik. Look at the feet of Faith Nathan. A try-scoring centurion for Australia, Tegan Levi. They're going to kick forward here, Kaslik, and guess who's chasing it? Madison Levi. She's in acres of space. She picks it up skillfully.
Links out with Dennis. Got 3 tries against Great Britain in round 1. Ashby, the captain. NASA. Now the opportunity on the outside edge. And who else? Madison Levi. She goes over for another try for Australia.
Well, the finish is excellent as always. Pressure. Tia Hines been excellent early and has been outstanding since coming back from Wallaroos World Cup into this team. Defensively good and just puts Madison Levi away. Australia strike back after having not much ball.
She's such a key player for Australia, and she's the top try scorer in 2026. Alicia, she's good.
She is pivotal to their attack, but you saw there the French put them under a lot of possession. They had to go to a fair few phases. It was her second touch of the ball, Satish. She only scored on the second touch. Wouldn't that be lovely to have been able to do as a player?
Cheddar Ember. She's got Ariana Ramsey to her right, but that's a really good tackle again from Charlotte Caslick. But Ramsey picks and goes. Had her own try saver earlier on to take it to Golden Point. Now an opportunity for Maddi Levi. Maddi Levi back in green and gold. Oh, don't tell me this is going to happen. She's missed so much rugby this season, but she's back in green and gold. And it kind of makes sense that she comes up with the match winner for the Aussie Sevens. Great game of rugby, but Australia grab it on Golden Point.
And first score wins, which means that is it. Maddi Levi seals the deal. Ball spills out as Ari desperately tries to shove it back to her teammate. Maddi beats Ravetti and then Naya Tapper, and these two, it is always a battle. Hands on the ball, but also that hand on the ground. That is illegal. She needs to be able to maintain her body weight.
Now here's Levi release. She'll take on Epps around the outside and put a big fend in the face. And when you need a big-time play, this is who you're going to call every single time, Madison Levi.
You're falling for me, no foul.
Pleading to the referee for an additional call. However, she is in for her 5th try this weekend, and she has Australia right back in this match. And like you said, who else? It's ball in 2 hands, and Liv Epps is an incredible defender, but she is too good, Maddi Levi.
You feel the air deflated out of the dome again, and as Australia close the gap.
This is a rivalry that goes back way beyond any of our time.
Gotta love a little spice.
Let's go.
Out there. Australia, they need to get back into this quickly, and this is the woman to do it. Shut the gate, see you later. Madison Levi is going to peg one back for Australia. The strike weapon comes up big when they need it.
And Madison Levi responds. New Zealand have had all the say, and this woman here has faced a fair bit of adversity, already facing a yellow card. Great vision here from Charlotte Caslick to run a switch play. 3 defenders bites, but none of them get to this woman, particularly when she's in space.
True. And they look to play quick, keep the tempo up and put Fiji under pressure.
Nasser, good carry from her. Levi Teagan's there to help her. Shani Smale with a little sneak around the breakdown. Playing narrow here. Madison Levi on the left, gets the pass from her sister, and there's no one in front of her. And that is the go-ahead score for Australia. For the first time in this match, they take the lead.
Be careful on the timing, please.
It's taken them 3.5 minutes into the second half to get in front over this Fijian side. Teagan Levi darting around the ruck, drawing in Fijiana defenders.
sometimes the skipper's armband weighs heavy on people. I think she's starting to step up into that role.
Here she is again. Australia defence. Oh, that's a forward ball, was it for Levi? She's got the space, she's got the fence, she's got the tiptoe down the line. The pass looked dicey, but it doesn't matter because the try's on the board.
Well, that's their go-to, isn't it? That woman right there, Maddi Levi, does the time. And look at this pass. There's the switchback. Oh, my goodness. Right in line two. Make your own decision, but even on the angle, whoa, they got away with one, I think, Australia.
You have 14 seconds. Time back on, please.
France with the put in, courtesy of that latest handling error from the Australians. Glassino on a direct line looking to fix Tegan Levi. Gets the offload away to Amadi. Tries scorer. Look at her go. What a return she has made to a blue jersey. 4 tries and counting, but that one not quite sticking. So Australia with possession as Tim Walsh, exasperated, watches on, but confident that his girls are either winning or learning. Which will they execute here? Tegan Levi. Up it comes, and a little switch to find Maddi, who carves through and cleaves through. And it's a familiar sight, but one we will never tire of. Maddi Levi doing Maddi Levi things and bringing Australia right back into this one.
Had to work hard, didn't they? Australia had to try and stop Amadi Grassino on those outside fringes. Got the offload, got the knock on, and Hines with the offload to Maddi Levi, but they did really well to get ball from the left-hand edge of the field, spread it all the way to the right-hand side. And then Tia Hines fixing the defender.
There she is twice. But first things first is regain this ball for Australia, and she's done that, Levi. Here's the chance for Australia. Time is gone. They can snatch it. They can win it. They're looking for a place in the final. New Zealand's defence has to stand firm. As Australia, I was going to say, head towards their strike weapon. Now they're looking to find her. The switch for Pucky. Big contact. Now Tegan's there. She's got Maddi with her. Maddi going to clear out the ruck. Deep into extra time. Added time now for Australia, looking to earn a place into the championship final with Detroit. Just got a little corner, 2 miles, then almost found Pucky. Backwards it goes. No way to clear out. New Zealand need to stay disciplined. And now there could be some space for the Levis on the outside. They go back in field for Kaslik. Skips out of one. Charlotte Kaslik to win it for Australia. No, it's Levi in the corner. What a finish, what a win. Australia go through to the final, and it's their superstar scorer who seals it. With a conversion to come.
Wow, what a bit of play.
Switching back for Nuku on the inside, another good covering tackle made by Kaslik. Felix Hotham for Pody Lane. Offload again, and now, Felix Hotham straight into the arms of Maddi Levi, who's away! Tinetti's going to chase, but Maddi Levi should have too much. Madison Levi for the 15th try of the weekend for her, an all-time record in a single tournament, and it puts Australia back in front.
Oh, she's had a bit of a tough time on those restarts. They've really put pressure on her. But in open play, her reactions, brilliant. Gets right in the passing channel, steals that ball. And there is no one catching Maddi Levi. Just another day and another record for Maddi Levi.
It's a big play against the run of play.
Yeah.
Rugby's biggest vibe guy right there happens to be a legend of the game. Has USA come back onto attack.
No goals.
It's there for Kaylin Thomas. Kinnett. Australia shooting up out of the line as Ramsey goes around Pucky and then tries to accelerate away. Here's Sarah Levy. Good tackle made on her by Kaslik. That's Kaslik's bread and butter going across like that. Strasdis. Dipping ball for Thomas. Had Tolliver with her. Going to go herself, Kaylin Thomas. And then just drops a ball back, which Olsen gets to. Now Levi all over Tolliver, who is on the ball, and now Madison Levi, big defensive play. Well, it's not often you keep her out of the scoring, and of course you can't, because she sets new standards every single day. And here's another one for Madison Levi.
Yeah, the USA will be frustrated with that one. They were setting it up so well in attack, but then it was just the impatience of Thomas at the bottom of that breakdown, trying to get it to Olsen or to Tolliver, whoever wanted it first. Look at the heads-up play of Maddi Levi. Realised she had rights to the ball, came through the middle, held on when she got the call that she was the first.
Gets past Kaslik, can't get past Denny Hayes. Great cover from Denny for the Australians. Kaslik's on this, and she'll win a penalty back, but I wondered if Chen had the opportunity to keep going there.
Oh, that was real exciting, the combination from Liu Xiaoqian and Chen Kuyi. Beautiful combination, draws in two defenders, stays on her feet. Xiaoqian, Chen Kuyi always in support. She's one of the most reliable on field.
Well, speaking of reliable, let's shut the gate and watch it run in. Here's #1 of the weekend for Maddi.
Just let the pitchers do the talking. Isn't that a sight? Maddi Levi in open space, on home soil. Hot pink boots to make it look even more pretty. In Australia, they're under all sorts of pressure. Give it to the speedsters, give it to the strength and power of Maddi Levi. By far Australia's highest try scorer. She scored 15 in Dubai alone in the opener of the 20.
The attitude of New Zealand. Yeah, as you say, that first half has really flown by it, and they're going to get a free kick here. Australia pushed too early in the scrum, so Poldy Lane again tries to catch Australia off guard. Waka going to have to take contact. Siren's gone for half-time, so New Zealand playing inside their own 22, which can be a risky game this late in a half. Paul, that spilled out on Australia's side too, and it's play on. Hidden's in the knock that down in the tackle. But Australia a chance to get on the board before the half-time break. Nathan with Levi, there's the danger. It opens up for them. They manipulated it brilliantly. New Zealand overplayed their hand and Australia score.
Well, it's risk and reward, isn't it? You're going to play in front of your own post, and on that occasion, New Zealand got caught out. Support players weren't there, and they took it into the setup. Let's watch this. Just a little bit too slow, half a second. Good turnover. And then from there, you know where you got to go. You got to get it to number 12. Where is she? Out wide. Look at this late switch. Oh, that's just dangerous.
This has been a very physical first half. Massive hit. Tegan Levi. Sit down, Gullo. And they've come through in one possession back as Australia. Duff. Nathan, now Hayes. Back in field they come, Nathan and Duff, another the cousins combined. There's three of them, Duff, Nathan and Pucky. Pucky on the bench now. Here's the sisters heading towards each other. Tegan for Maddi. Maddi one way and then the other. And then back in field, twisting and turning and ripping the Fiji defence inside out to get on the score sheet. Madison Levi to go outright third all-time leading try scorer.
And it started here with her sister Tegan with what a shot. Turning defense into offense. Great body height there from Tegan. But the finish from Maddi, she still had tons of work to do here. You can see them connecting again. Left, back off her right, then showing the strength to get over the line for her 52nd try.
I mentioned there, it's a good time for Australia to practice things, but they keep kicking the ball out in the restarts, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's probably the only flaw in the game so far for Australia, isn't it? Restarts after the first one. That one went all right. Oh, GB have put this down. And it's just fatigue and these new players backing up on the 7 series.
And it's not from a lack of effort. This is their third game today in Dubai, in the heat, as you mentioned. It is tough. They're trying their absolute best. It's a new team. And they're going up against an Australian outfit that had a 30-game winning streak in the Dubai desert.
Look, Hannah Marshall, 19, Katie Schilliker, 21, Abigail Pritchard, 19. There's a couple of 18-year-olds there as well. And hey, are taking on a team that have been to the top flight of this game. Maddie Ashby out there, Heidi Dennis as well. So many fresh legs for Tim Walsh to be able to bring in. They spin the ball wide, and there's acres of space here for Maddi Levi. Puts the afterburners on. And will dot down for another. Maddi Levi, the tally this weekend already 5. Scores tries for fun.
Maddi Levi grabbing another one, but look at these passes. They're out in front, perfectly spun, which means an athlete like Madison Levi can run full force onto it without breaking her stride.
Good contest.
It's been all Australia. There was one message in the huddle, and it was get in their faces. We looked scared. And it came from the old head, Stacey Walker. That ball's been dropped, though, so Black Ferns will get opportunity now just inside the 10-metre of the Aussie women. Saili coming onto the park for Reese Lane's blood replacement. Lane's back, and Braxton Sorensen McGee's on the park. Georgia Miller being stood off for the moment. That's a danger sign. That's a warning sign. Looks like she's jogging. Was that high? On the shoulders, the call, and the turnover. Tegan Levi, she's done so much for the side, and the pop-off to Maddi Levi. The sister gets the steal. The other sister, the older one, is going to get a try. She's the top try scorer in Women's Cup finals, and she adds to her tally.
What a way to start the second half. Australia are taking every single opportunity they can. Georgia Miller fighting to get New Zealand Sevens back into this game. A quick turnover, some quick thinking, and that's the exact person you want on the ball in this scenario. She goes 60 metres, sprints all the way in under the sticks, and Australia just...
And would you look at that? It's contestable and lost by GB. Now Levi gets to the outside. She's got 9 tries here last year, and she's on the board in 2026.
Oh, that is just full foot on the throat from the Aussie Sevens. Couple misfiring restarts from before, but a mishandling error here from Great Britain. Sees Australia pounce on it. It was Madison Levi who picks it up. She goes all the way.
Crouch.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the second semi-final. The winner to play New Zealand in the decider. That's going to be a penalty. But almost out the push on Hulla. So Hulla will go. And Australia looking to play. Haven't seen the ball in the hands of Maddi Levi yet. They've gone the opposite side with Dennis. Heidi Dennis again rolled to ground by Ulunisau. Australia recycle. Hulla working through the middle is Henwood and Nasser. There's Henwood again. Now it's going Maddi Levi's way, and look at all the room. Well, she started to accelerate hard, then realised it was open green grass for Madison Levi to get her 7th of the weekend, her 47th of the season, and 253rd overall try.
Well, we saw some touch footy there on display. That's how that opened up. Take a look here. Coming in with the ball, just a nice little ball back, right back inside. That opens up
5-0 New Zealand lead. Australia looking to get some hands on ball, and that's the play to win it for them. Maddi Levi. Tia Hines coming back to the blind side. It's a bouncing ball, but it's there for Levi, and they slip off, and away goes Maddi Levi. No use chasing that one. She's gone. In a split second, Australia bounce straight back, and this will go under the posts with a chance for Australia to go in front. It's Maddi Levi. Of course it is.
Who else is it going to be but Maddi Levi, the try-scoring machine? And the sign says it all. It popped out of the rock, had to do the cleanup work, and away she goes.
How good is Rugby Sevens? How good are these finals, this tournament? Under a minute now, Australia. It has to be now to give themselves a chance at the death. Tegan Levi, finally they get Maddi into it, and Maddi does what Maddi does. She finishes, and she does drag her team in with a chance now. Maddi Levi, go, 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 says Australia.
Maddi Levi, she's been looking all game, and finally when she got a sniff, of course she got one. She doesn't need much space. It's the sister act from Australia. Oh, tongue out, goosey, drops it to the sis. Finish it off there, will you? Perfect.
Turnover is good. Hard work by Raya Piulinisau, and then Fiji lose possession. Maddi Levi. Good work by the Fijiana in defense. Didn't roll away. And quick tap from Maddi Levi. She saw the hole. Maddi Levi, you give her a sniff and she'll punish you. And here's the first try. Maddi Levi. And, well, she has scored a special one.
When you take into account that she's sat out at least 6 games this season with the suspensions, that is one heck of a strike rate, and it's coming her way again. No, it's not. Her sister's going back the other way instead and going to just shovel it back over to the skipper, Ashby. Ducks under one, finds some space for Nasser. Such a hard worker in the middle, Bella Nasser, and a real revelation this season. Now Paki, Soraya Paki for her old mate Faith Nathan couldn't quite link up the two long-time friends. I think they might even be cousins. Yes, that's it.
Early tackle.
Yeah, hard hit early on Ashby. Ashby just pops back up, goes again, whips it for Hines, and now Maddi Levi once more going to take the outside again. They've given her the outside once more. And she is just going to make you pay time after time after time. A second for Maddi Levi.
Oh, just eating up some time off the clock there, Maddi Levi. They did it better this time. They had to work a little harder, the Australian women. Unfortunately, defensive, the Fijians just too tight around that ruck time, so they're pulling in a couple defenders, not enough numbers on feet, which creates the overlap on the outside for Maddi Levi. With the width that the Australian women can actually pass the ball.
It's a series. She's up there, Siofani, as always.
Now Faith Nathan for Australia as Nasser gets a big shot from Chloe Jacquet. And it opens up some room though for Levi. Here we go, tit for tat. Anything you can do, Maddi Levi will do better than anybody else.
Well, she's been in front pre-tournament as the top try scorer on the series, and she continues to up her tally. I like the way they come from the open side to the blind side to create that overlap in numbers. And she just owns their edge. So many tries. So aware France need to shut down and fill some holes. You can't leave number 12 alone like that.
Somehow it's Nathan to Davis. Davis, beautiful feed, Davis, and now the offload for Nasser, who gets it over the top of Levi. Levi, oh, they are stunning hands from the gold. Wow, that is some finish right on half-time, and Australia lead by 19.
Look at these dancing feet. Oh, it is absolutely beautiful. Sickening the highlight reel. And Nasser whips it out to the legend Madison Levi. Oh, it's way too easy.
It's the sort of picture a referee wants to see if you're going to reward the defender. So Canada opt for the kick for touch. Siren's gone for half-time, and that's the danger because Levi is such a menace in that lineup with her height. And now Australia would have a chance to punish here. Charity Williams over on the other side of the wing, looking for some more work. Instead, Nathan goes back for Maddie Ashby. Nasser. And now ball across the face from Tia Hines, and all of that good work from Canada and Charity Williams in defence comes undone as Maddi Levi grabs the first half double.
Yeah, this is great attack here. Smart attack here. Have a short line runner right there. Bait her up.
Eventually gone 10 on the bounce. So actually, hindsight's a lovely thing. We'll call that perfect from Hines. Nasser. Hines there in support over the breakdown, trying to keeping bodies on their feet. They need to because Australia are purring now. Hines really wound that one up. It's the flattest pass you'll see all day, and Maddi Levi doesn't need asking twice. She will score twice though. Right beneath the sticks.
There will be a restart.
Confirmation that we've got time for the restart.
There will be a restart.
new laws introduced to the sevens game is that you have 45 seconds between dotting down a score and the restart being kicked. So long as there are 30 seconds remaining on the clock as the ball is... Australia might feel like they owe the Canadians a beating, but Canada will be full of confidence. They beat every outfit on the series last year in 7-0. Not a bad return so far, given that they've played 5.5 fairly defensive minutes.
Not rolling.
Against the reigning champions, who go quickly. Tegan Levi up and onto herself. Parky there. This is going to have to be a pinpoint pass. So much ground for the Canadians to cover. Kazlik this time keeps it. Finds Levi on the switch. There's the gap. There's the hurdle. And here is the score. She was made to work for the dot down in the end. She will not thank the defenders for that. But Maddi Levi has 11.
I just love Maddi Levi's demeanour. She is just slicing through gaps that aren't there to the naked eye, and she just powers through. It's as if Canadian defenders aren't there. They're just slipping off her. Maybe she's oiled up the legs with some sun cream today in Dubai. But even this, she's just so calm. Carmen has a...
Day one of HSBC Sevens Cape Town as that restart is put on a dime for Soraya Paki to bring down for Australia. Conceding that try just before half-time. And a chance to regroup straight away as Tegan Levi goes herself, and then the switch, and that is a very, very big hole for Maddi Levi to charge her way through. Works to perfection again, and it's another brace for Madison Levi.
Oh, it's just so easy when it's affected like this, but look the way Tegan Levi goes across field. Once the defender, the second player in, is committed, that's when Maddi Levi affects her cut. It's a simple move, but if you work it like that, it's pretty much undefendable. Yes. So good.
Catch! Bind! Set!
There she is, Nathan. There's a lovely long ball. Putting it across for Levi. Tegan Levi to Faith Nathan to Maddi Levi on the outside. 2 in the first half, and that try counter just keeps ticking for Levi.
A dream start here for the Golden Girls. It started with Faith Nathan forcing the error. Beautiful footwork here from Tegan Levi. She's been enormous so far this weekend in Perth. Faith Nathan with a beautiful...
France, after doing all the defending early on, get a chance to attack and then hand it straight back to Australia, and they'll look to make them pay. As Kazlik clears it from the base of the ruck. Hines wider to Nasser. Bella Nasser up towards halfway. Kazlik. Tegan Levi sending it deeper into the hands of Levi. The 12v2 matchup far side is a beauty, and Levi beats Siafani. She is next level. There's a second, and Australia extend the lead.
Well, they didn't do anything wrong there, France. They put pressure on Australia. And the quality of the Levi effort is measured by how good Siafani is. Excellent footballer, tried to take space away from Madison Levi. It's just not enough.
Has it gone 10? The referee says she's happy. Levi at scrum half. Ruby Nicholas trying to get it into the hands of the other wingers, and Ruby Nicholas on a really hard line, but gets caught, and well caught by Charlie Gouya. Defensive line has to reset this time, and now exactly the same hard line that Ruby Nicholas ran a couple seconds earlier. Maddi Levi shows her class and potentially gets it, and this time gets a hat-trick in the semi-final.
Yes, indeed, she does. Maddi Levi, oh my God, just cuts up the center of the field, that vulnerable place on any defense.
Australia looking to extend their advantage. Ashby and then gets a ball squeezed between the USA defence to find Soraya Paki. Once more, Ashby rips it for Levi, one way, the other. Oh, well, she could have gone around the outside. Kershey clung on brilliantly well, and Levi able to get up, go again. Wasn't held according to the referee, and that's the only person who matters as Maddi Levi grabs another.
The Aussie fans in the stand like that one. It's really high-level IQ from Madison Levi here. Look at this. She understands she's not going to go around the outside. Releases the ball, uses her strength. And
Australia, of course, have been in all of them. Title winners in Cape Town, runners-up in Dubai. And here they go to work a move from halfway where they can be so lethal with all of their runners, all the bodies in motion. It's Nathan who tries to squeeze between Corrigan and Norston and then flatten hard onto it. Nasser Nicholas throws herself at her. Ashby conducting in the middle. Paki is working hard as well. She's stopped by Apps. Canada can't get hands on ball though. In Australia, Levi one-on-one again with Stevenson. She's got the pace on her again around the outside. Maddi Levi will back herself time and time and time again. And there's a second, an important strike to give Australia some breathing room early in the second half.
Oh, Madison Levi, she's all class. Just the work here to get the ball out to the right edge where we know that she is a proven finisher. It was a one-on-one Stevenson, but with a stride like that and a try-scoring ability like Maddi Levi's, it's inevitable when she has that much space.
This time Canada attack the ball and it's Norston and away goes the captain. Pops a lovely ball for Kiara Wardley. But Australia styling it away again and now way too much space for Ashby. She releases Levi. Simons is coming across in the chase, but acres of room for Maddi Levi. Australia are punishing the Canadians.
Oh, they're just too much for Canada. Canada had fixed the restart, but just here, take a look here at the breakdown. Oh, how good is Nathan, the try scorer? Turns over that ball from Canada, and then it's none other than Levi to finish it off. Very familiar from what we saw earlier in the match. Crouch!
So I think you do have to survive the clear out in those. So if someone hits you and then you lose your hands on the ball, you might not get rewarded all the time.
Away it comes for South Africa. Siren's gone for half-time, but they're going to play from in front of their own posts, which is brave. But when you've got a player like this on the edge, oh, that's good defence from Maddi Levi. She's going to win it back. I say it's brave because that's the danger. And there's a first half hat-trick for Madison Levi.
Well, the first two were run-ins. This one was a turnover. It's a chop tackle, got up, got the ball. This was the first bit needed doing. She hasn't had to do much defending so far. When called upon, she makes no mistake. Goes hunting for it, picks it up, and then there's one fend, two fends, and the finish.
Oh, you'd have loved to have seen the foot race the other way. But Maddi trying to shove here, but it comes away for Fiji, who are going to run it from outside. They're in front of their own post up the middle. As long as Sal pops a ball. Again, Australia are able to regroup, and there's a real wrestle between Titavutu and Levi. Tegan it is. There'll be a penalty, so Fiji will get a chance to go here. Naimasi and Donu, experienced stages in this team.
Release, Gold!
Back it comes again. Oh, trouble. Tried to bat it on. Australia's defensive pressure too much, and now Maddi Levi goes herself again once more. Really having to work hard for this one. Levi fends in the face, and Maddi Levi scores before half-time.
But again, from defensive line speed, good read on the in. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're offside a tad, I will say that, but the wash-uppers wasn't caught. Maddi Levi had a lot to do. This is the middle of the park, right? So she gets rid of one defender.
So, if my maths is right, take her past Elia Green in second all-time for Australia. I would also caveat that with that I'm not very good at maths, so we'll check. But anyway, here's some Australian ball, Nathan. Flat, Tegan to Maddi. Here comes another one perhaps. Yep, no doubt about it. See you later. Just put it down. Another one for Maddi Levi.
So good. Defender in front of her, perfect body position. And yet still, Maddi Levi finds that outside edge straight off the kickoff. Look at this. What about that for a restart? Volleyball-esque. Get up, whack it back to your team and play. Go wide. And just a simple on the out. Testing that edge. Clinical stuff again from Australia.
A long way from where they need to be at the moment. With 2 scores required. Ripped away, get up. Now Akemba just hasn't been any space for this strike weapon for France. They lost their other Seophane early on too. And Australia's defence has been rock solid. Dezu through one, can't go past Terita. Good tackle from behind, able to go again, Dezu. Or didn't release it though, did she?
The ball, please.
And Australia now can control this match, but Kaslik wants more. She wants to ice it, and she wants to send Maddi Levi away for a hat-trick in the final. World-class performance from a world-class player.
The pass from Kaslik as well, mind. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. Quick tap, get the ball out to Maddi Levi. The fend, the stride. She is the ultimate winger.
Well, Australia talk about they're either winning or they're learning. Just can't get the go forward they need. Now they come around the corner for Dutoy, looking to release Levi, and they find the hole. Here goes Maddi Levi, just tipped up. Great
Good
cover defence coming across from Ulatuli. Still there for Australia. They have to heave it for Caitlin Shave, the former high school sprint champion. Offload, drop ball, is it gone? Backwards, says the referee. Still there for Australia. It's painstaking. Dutoy again, she's been the link, and it's a brilliant ball for Levi. Dezu will chase. Maddi Levi to try and bring it in for her team. She needs to get it round to make the conversion an option. But did she bring it round far enough?
There are bodies strewn all over this pitch, but that woman right there gave Australia hope.
Out of the way, please.
A tiniest glint of hope. The kick is to come, but no one you'd rather have ball in hand in order to find your way to the...
Australia, though, have really... Oh, stolen Dick. Brilliantly pinched by Lily Dick. And now Australia just cutting that track through the middle. Madison Ashby, chase coming from King. Just bided her time enough did Ashby for Pucky to arrive, and then Shave gets there as well. Ireland scrambling. Erin King looked like she lay straight on that ball, but it's still there for Australia. Looking to finish with a flourish, and what has been an excellent performance from the series leaders, and it finishes with a hat-trick for Maddi Levi.
What a strong response from this Australian side, who were defeated by Ireland in Perth. This is the perfect response to them. But man, you've got to give credit to Lily Dick. Huge strip here, which gives Australia possession right on the mark of halfway. But Ashby, she is an absolute live wire. You thought that she was going to score the try, had support coming in hot for her, and then ultimately Levi gets it done.
Brought down, but produces quick ball. Apologies for any of the audio you're hearing. That's our referee. The great insights we get from Kat Roach, the American referee. A little bit of a loose cable at the moment. Australia bringing real pace to this now and making the Irish women work from side to side. There's the double around. Good work off the ball from Soraya Paki. She hits it out wide from deep inside her own half in full stride. Just fantastic team play. And on the end, uncontested.
That is the bread and butter of Australian attacking rugby. Width to width passing, sizing up opposition, finding mismatches, looping in support. A brilliant cutout pass from Paki to no one other than their wonderful winger, Levi, who is no stranger to the sideline.
And Argentina, table toppers, struggling at the moment. They play Great Britain. That's all to come in the next half an hour. At the moment, it's Australia 14, South Africa 0. Oh, that's clever from Levi. She just let that ball just about drift the 10 metres and put her body over the line to win it back. That's a good hard carry from a player who's becoming increasingly influential in this Aussie team. Balanessa just going about her work, the number 10. Here's Kaslik dishing off for Levi, and she just makes it look so effortless. The way she can get rid of defenders and then boost away once more, Madison Levi.
Well, people might watch Maddi Levi and think, how do they let her score so many tries? But she is just so skillful. She's got footwork and she's got reach of a fend like that. And then when she gets a bit of space, she's got the pace to get away. So she is an absolute nightmare.
Australia, if they don't win this, they could lose their #1 ranking at New Zealand. Are circling. Oh, huge scrum, massive shove from France, but somehow came out for Tegan Levi. There's the hooter. One shot for Australia. Nathan pops it for Tegan Levi again. Ball there for Paki. Finds Clark. The hands are wonderful. The hands are superb. The acceleration from Nathan. Slipping off tackles. Faith Nathan to win it. Offload for Kaslik. Just holds on. And Maddi Levi will do it for Australia.
Ecstatic stuff on the bench. The moment. The devastation for France, but oh my, that is why they are #1 on this table. The ability to win games like that at the death. Nathan, brilliant. Levi, exceptional. The offload, Clark, the youngster, the tip up. Nathan ducking, weaving, backing herself. The huge big offload to Kaslik, the patience to get it to the woman.
And what has been a torrid time for Australia. Oh, that's in the air. Australia will want one more from this. They've had such a wonderful season, started so brilliantly. They want to finish this regular season with the ball in this woman's hands again. Madison Levi, the most supreme athlete you could hope to see in any sport around the world. Madison Levi carrying her team forward.
Well, they have to go quickly because there's still time on the clock. It's a movie we've watched many times, rewatched, but one we'll never know the ending of. Gets the ball out wide, quickly through the hand.
Ireland going to concede another penalty here. His team still want to keep playing. Australia racking up a score after being 14-all at half-time. Nasser keeping the ball alive for Hines. There's a lot of space here for Australia to work with. And the young guns, Ruby Nicholas, finding Levi in a big open stride, and she'll just ease her way in for another. Madison Levi grabs her second, Australia's last, to finish out a strong performance from one of the real contenders, Australia and Maddi Levi.
Ireland, they're really feeling that defensive effort. You could see a lot of hands on these. But Australia just seem to find this extra energy source. Makes them so brutal at the ends of games.
Need to be the first to score, you'd feel, as we get underway in the second. Levi takes it down. Here's trouble. See ya. Straight off the kickoff. Takes it off the restart. She's easing up, but it's going to be 12 seconds, 13 seconds after the kickoff. 14 tries for the weekend.
Wow. And she never looks tired. Just straight in the breadbasket. Look at this. Looks up. I'm off. Gone. Unbelievable athlete.
Now Faith Nathan gets it away. They are under pressure, to say the very least, but that's how you deal with pressure, with excellence. Charging away upfield, she's being hunted down, looking over her shoulder. Tegan Levi feeds it to her sister. She will not be caught. She is rapid. Madison Levi does it again and again and again.
Oh, Maddi Levi, the big sister, always there to lend a hand. I'm not just saying that because I'm a big sister. Look at that, hard work, pure precision, power from Tegan Levi. Uses the footwork, changes her hips, and then stays square. But watch Maddi Levi in the background, realizes that little sis is going to run out of something at some point in time, gets on the shoulder for the...
It's Nathan who sweeps around the back of that scrum and then finds some of her forwards. Hayes.
On the foot.
Over to Levi. Getting close to that touchline. And Japan fly in and almost win it back. They get penalised though for hanging on the ground. And
Leapt her way through, not illegally so in that instance. And Madison Levi with a critical strike on the stroke of halftime.
Well, I tell you, after that performance, the Australian track and field team may want to give that young lady a call, because that was a perfectly timed hurdle. I mean, they went down like dominoes, and Madison Levi is just leaving people in her wake, just a looking.
Solid platform for the green and gold. Again, running across the field, seeing what they find. Levi almost left the ball behind. Faith Nathan cleans it up. A little bit of indecision here from the Australian women. Nice tackle in from behind by Utsumi. Looking back inside, the inside shoulder. Nathan is away for the moment. She stopped thinking the jersey was grabbed, but it isn't. And now we have it. Out wide, Madison Levi dots down for her 200th try, the fastest woman ever in the history of the HSBC World Series. Congratulations, Maddi Levi.
Yeah, truly an accomplishment, and that situation was undeniable. But on second take, you see Faith Nathan running inside and then changing the course of things with the angle out into the free hands of Maddi Levi. She crosses over for her to
Hines. Duff's got to go pick it up around the bootlaces, does really well, and is met by a wall of white defenders in front of her. Hines, the 1-2, doesn't set up for Tegan Levi though. Apps on it. Duff buys some time, and the defense from Valenzuela was just too narrow, and Maddi Levi is going to strut in for her second in the first half.
It's just like paying your tax. It's just guaranteed, isn't it, when you give the ball to Maddi Levi, because she does crazy stuff like that. Absolute athlete. That's from the restart. She gathers that so they get back-to-back position, and then they float up. They say keeping high. Well, you can't keep that much space to Maddi Levi. If you got number 12 out there with space, just ask him for it.
Elena Olsen sends us off in the second half. It's brought down by Maddi Levi. Both of these team winners in their opening game. There's a big hole in and away for Tegan Levi. Olsen having a chase. Tegan holds up a little hitch kick in midfield. Now looks to rip a ball wide. Puts it on the chest for Nathan. Back in field for Duff. Australia good off the kickoff. Nasser just dragged down by Kershey. Soraya Paki now. Looking for Maddi Levi on the switch. Sits down one, gets through another, and now she streaks away, Maddi Levi. Class and quality every time they need it. Levi puts Australia ahead to start the second half.
And that's how you want to start a second half. Tim Walsh must be happy after the chat in the huddle there. There's a couple great touches there from the Levi sisters and Maddi. Showing the strength, as always, to beat a couple defenders and get in under the sticks.
There's also an Australia A team playing here in the Invitational Tournament. Shannon Parry coaches that. Bridge Clark, Carlia Duff, Carly Henwood, Piper Simon, Sydney Taylor, as well as a couple of Wallaroos from the World Cup are in that team. Here goes Maddi Levi looking for a second. The fend. And the pace on the outside. Maddi Levi with her second try of this opening game against Japan, number 208 all time.
Textbook, ball in the right hand, she could use her fend if she needed it, pushes away the Japanese defender, and it's just a technique, Rupert. She is flying across the pitch. She's such a solid athlete.
Now Australia get back-to-back penalties and get themselves inside the Fiji half. Looking to keep the tempo running here. Nasser loads up and finds some room for Levi. Levi has just enough pace to get away from the cover down the left-hand side, and Maddi Levi goes in for her second.
Australia just capitalising on those compounding errors and penalties from Fiji. Just pulling the ball one way to the other side, through the middle. Just multiple threats, and Maddi Levi just hanging out in that 5-metre channel. Start feeling the legs burning. You know, it's just such fine margins.
Gets it away for Wilfley. They go hard at the line. Halla's there looking for the turnover. She gets it cleanly. Oh, that's beautifully done by Halla. That was as clean as it gets in terms of a breakdown still. Now Henwood. Penalty Australia. Do they go quick? Yes, they do. Not back to 10 there. Nasser goes infield. Henwood through the hands. Halla. Dennis is out wide, and she sends a lovely ball away for Dennis, who got that try in the first half and now slams into the USA defence. She's on one at the moment. Here's Levi. She just needed that one step, that one little burst of pace to get around the defence and shoot out the other side. Levi's gone for 2. And Australia lead by 19.
Levi adds her second for this match. Look at this huge carry from Heidi Dennis. She's so young, but she's so tough. And from here, the Aussies just stretch it right to the left edge. Hines put up a beautiful kill for Levi, who's running at full pace.
A great playmaker. Well, the crowd don't seem too bothered by the tough result. Canada women going down tough against the USA neighbors. They're still into this one. We got a wave. And Australia trying to build a wave. Cut back from Heidi Dennis. Good wide pass. Pace pass. That one might be forward out of the hand. The referee's letting it go for the corner. Maddi Levi. Another big one for Australia.
You spoke about pace, you spoke about pass, but also you could chuck on the end of that precision. And that's a precision pass right there, that last one.
So Australia, 4 minutes to go in the final, and now they roll forward with Ashby. There's the switch. Nathan clinging on around the ankles with Kolosi. Saeli out there for New Zealand over the top as well. Australia coming back again. Bouncing ball is kind enough for the captain. Nasser through one, and then the offload. Henwood, Miller's trip, Miller down.
And Henwood trying to steam away, finding the space to Levi on the edge again. And Australia hit that just when they need to. It's a double for Maddi Levi in the final.
Double-digit tries for that woman on the weekend. But the captain, Nasser, fights through Georgia Miller, able to stay on her feet.
I want to try and keep this as competitive as possible. Could you imagine? We looked for an upset. We had it against Spain, against the Springbok men a little earlier on. Do we write it in the stars? Looking to hold the defense at the moment, GV, Maddie Ashby, looking for something, unable to find that time. Just keeping ball in hand. Hines all the way through to co-skip. Bella Nasser, and now they got it into the hands of that woman, Maddi Levi and Portia Woodman. Your record has officially been equaled, but that woman's going to continue to score tries and continue to extend. 256 tries for Maddi Levi.
Honestly, I'm a big Maddi Levi fan, and unfortunately, Shalika was still tired from her try that she got. When Maddi Levi got the ball, she had at least 15 meters and plenty of space and pace to burn to get to that try.
Yeah, I wonder if
Coming on for Australia is Demi Hayes. It is great to see her back. She had an ACL reconstruction back half of 2023. Missed the Olympics. She's back in Aussie Sevens. Here comes Charlotte Caslick again. She's got, guess who? Madison Levi looking for number 9 today. It's just incredible. They extend their lead. Maddie's feeling the good stuff once more. Number 161 all time.
And it's such a double whammy with Australia and Maddi Levi, because Australia are so good at preserving that space on the outside edge. I mean, she doesn't need it, but quite often she does get that little bit of 2 or 3 meters of space that just allows her to build up that momentum and makes it.
To put Australia on the front foot once more, round the corner they come. And now the switches, the swerve and the brilliant footwork that so many of these light-footed Australian players have with their touch football backgrounds and skills. Nicholas looking to release Levi, and that's exactly what she does. Ramsey grabbed it air, and Levi punishes the USA once more.
Yeah, they're just playing with such poise and energy.
Australia have it. Big pass in the middle now, Nathan. Trying to draw something up for them. Going straight is Dennis. Good defense by France. That's what they'll need to do. They'll need to put on those one-on-one tackles. Nessa drawing one, getting it out. Again on the outside. Ashby just pulling that handbrake and then going again. Not held, not put down, and Levi is in again. That is absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely outstanding teamwork to set it up, but there are no superlatives left. Alicia Lucas, Madison Levi, the best athlete to ever play women's rugby union.
There is no thesaurus that I can read, Morgs, that has any more descriptive words to describe Maddi Levi and the way that she plays this game. Normally known for her pace, but that was pure power and determination from Levi. And just such a prolific try scorer.
So one of the sin bins is returned, but Favudu's still out there. Levi's under this one too, and she somehow managed to wrap herself around firstly the defender and the ball to knock it back on Australia's side. They've got it on a string at the moment. Bridget Clark, Caitlin Shave all getting a run now. It's Fiji having a scramble with 6. Nicholas. Detoy. One way, then the other, trying to step her way through traffic. Away goes Hines, slips through one tackle as Wilson fell off that one. Now Nicholas has got great speed, and then that is a great ball too from Ruby Nicholas to put it on the chest of Madison Levi, and she gets a hat-trick.
Maddi Levi the finisher, but the hard work came in the middle of the park. There was some good stepping, some good interplay, weaving around. Unfortunately, only a 54% tackle success rate for Fiji at the moment, slipping tackles. And especially against a team as clinical as Australia, you've got to make your hits. You've got to get in there, put a shoulder.
Floods will try and flood through, but it's protected nicely by Australia this time around. Again, at Ballanessa, gee, she stood up for Australia this season. Ballanessa has been a real rock for them in the middle. And now looking to ghost away and find Levi on the switch. She's turned Noelle inside out, and Madison Levi, first half hat trick.
Oh, 8 already in 1.5 days of a tournament. Maddi Levi, but Kaslik doing all the hard work in the middle. That's what they've been missing the last couple of tournaments. Just goes across. Look at that late cut, the timing from Levi and Kaslik. That's unstoppable. What a combo. Kaslik, Levi.
7 on 6 for the next 2 minutes. Davis over to Nasser. Nasser holding it up. Oh, it's a nice little ball. A great stop as well from the USA. Now the pick and go. And it is 1, 2, 3 tries for Maddi Levi in this Cup semi-final.
Yeah, you see the high hit there, which led to the yellow card for Alex Edrick. And right away, the Australian attack punishes the USA. They find the space. There's always going to be space with one player down.
Would look to get a different kind of title out of this weekend by reaching the final here. They lead Australia 21 points to nil. Australia leads Canada 21 points to nil. As we get the second half underway, there's a real collision of bodies. Sarai Paki does the tidying up. She was the one who hit the floor. As Nasser gets through the first tackle, she's so strong, big body. Ballanessa, here's Levi. She's got 2 in the first half and notched down a hat-trick for Madison Levi. She went up in doubles and triples last week, and she's doing it here already. In New York, Maddi Levi gets a 3rd.
Maddi Levi stretches again for a hat trick. It's so easy when you
opportunity for her, who made her debut on the series last year. And last but not least, in fact, perhaps most excitingly of all, wearing 11, Demi Hayes, former skipper returning from an ACL sustained last year. So good to have you back, Demi. Screaming for it now, hands on ball, on her shoulder. Sarai Paki onto Hines, played every minute so far. Maddi Levi is there with eyes for a hat-trick, just one to beat, gets the fend away, see ya! We've seen them before, I suspect we will see them again, but Maddi Levi does not mess around with those handoffs, sending opponents to space. There's a sense of destiny about it when she gets her hands on the ball with an inch to work with. But it never gets boring. We are watching just the 90 events between them coming to Dubai. Only China, Japan, Fiji and the USA had fewer. It's one of their experienced campaigners, Piper Logan, who rose trying to claim that restart, but it's fallen into enemy hands, and specifically the lethal ones of Faith Nathan. Grew up playing touch, but had contact to ride there. And Canada give up a penalty, which was music to Australian ears, because they're into the 22. And we know what has happened all weekend long when they found themselves in this position. The ball, as a rule, has ended up with that woman there. That has been the outcome.
Turtle,
I'm delighted to say we can head down pitch side in just a moment to hear from Maddi Levi's head coach. Oh, fantastic news. Tim Walsh is with us now. Tim, you said the best is yet to come for this young group. Your youngsters and the performance so far this weekend would suggest so.
Hard working, Furtavanchi. Fares in a real danger. Here's Raquel Cocan onto the field as well. Some experienced heads out there for Brazil. Just haven't been able to get Costa into the game. A couple of other speedsters in there, Lima being one of them as she bobbled the ball, and that allows Australia just to reset their line and shoot up, and so they change attack here for Brazil. There's no real chase, and it could be danger zone because there's a lot of open territory here for Maddi Levi to try and take on Brazil around the outside, and you just cannot give her that much time, that much space, because she will pick you apart. Ooh!
Was a legal tackle for me. Legal attempt.
31 points to 5. Out, yeah, took a shot afterwards. Did Maddi Levi.
Oh, yeah, she just goes around.
The Spanish at the moment, it's evident in their attack and defence.
Set.
See if Faith Matthew can launch one of those long balls. Yep, she's good out of the hand there. And Levi goes to Levi. Maddi gets away from one. It's backyard rugby for the Levi girls at HBF Park. And she has 3. And we've still got 8 minutes plus to run.
A hat-trick. Maddi Levi, beautiful ball, Faith Nathan. And then Levi linking with her centre. Perfectly executed from the Australians. That's how you use your strike weapons. Give them early ball. Not much else needs to be done.
Maddi and Charlotte Kasich were
pace sometimes, but good to see them working on composure.
Australia drive hard at the scrum and very nearly win it back. Now their line is set. Hayes struggles to put down the spinning Abby there. In and away. Wide out from Dezou. Australia get it wrong at the breakdown. Dezou taps and go fast. Great work there from Davis to help knock the ball clear, and Maddi Levi is off and running. How good is she at full flight? Try Australia. That's Maddi's 3rd.
Well, it's a sight to behold, this Australian sporting superstar. What she does tactically well is get up in the passing lane. The one she has it. Do you call it a foot race if it's only one person that can possibly win it?
Australia have won the last 3 meetings between these sides by 33 points or more. Shows how the USA have improved for sure, because Australia are no slouches, and that is a great ball to their strike weapon. Madison Levi powering away, and she is really going through the gears. Sometimes you can see her, she just has to cruise, but this match is tight, and she goes full throttle for a hat-trick, Maddi Levi.
A hat-trick in this game, it's so impressive, and she's making it look so simple. Outstanding pass, whipped out right in front of Levi, and then she takes flight. I'd love to know the GPS stats on that. It has to be over 30 kilometers per hour, but so flawlessly. It looks like she's not putting in any effort.
24 and 25, and that allowed Tim Walsh to bring through young players who are now all stepping in and stepping up so easily. Or making at least look easily as Tarita goes forward. Canada conceding penalties. Nathan just working his socks off as per usual in the middle. Here's Sydney Taylor, one of those injured players who's back. So much depth in the squad now. Tarita for Hines. Just to go herself, Tia Hines. Ball on the wraparound. Nathan did well to hold on. Now Maddi again, going herself once more. You can't go high on her like that. And there's a hat-trick in the semi-final for Maddi Levi.
Big players stand up in big games, and Madison Levi again puts Australia in front with her 3rd try in this semi-final clash. Canada have just been parked down here in the defensive 22. Tia Hines just simply puts it through the hands to Madison Levi, and with that big arching run on the left edge,
She darts down for Australia.
Levi will clear for Hala, Paki and Norston go head-to-head again. Those two have had a bit of a running battle. Here's Levi working in close. Now Hines. She's got Nathan with her, Tia Hines. Great footwork again. And then the space is going to open up. That's brilliantly manipulated by Australia. All their big guns firing, and this one, the biggest of them all. A hat-trick for Maddi Levi.
And that time dead center for Maddi Levi, but this Australian side just showcasing what they do so well, and it's keeping that ball in hand and able to retain ruck after ruck. Canada hasn't been able to get into this game because they've just held.
It's huge minutes, isn't it? As Fiji knock this one back. And the first time we're going to see this woman in the match right up here. Lunisau's been kept on ice in this one. Laid back for it with all the skills in the world, but having to go from deep because this point's different. This margin could be an issue for Fiji as well. You get a penalty here, that'll help. Tap and go. And away they do go. This is a good surge. Great offload as well. Lunisau puts it on the toe. Shave did well just to block the run. Really good defence from Caitlin Shave. And Australia have got it back again. Ball was out. And now Levi absolutely wrestled to the ground.
No, don't push it into her. No.
Eventually, slowly comes back. Here's Alicia Lefau-Fakosalia and Soraya Paki. First taste of the game for Soraya Paki. Didn't play game one. That's been stolen away, though, somehow. Oh, now Levi's had an attack at this one too, and she's going to get away. Well, she's created something out of nothing here, Maddi Levi. Did the work on defence, and that's another hat-trick, a second of the weekend already for Madison Levi.
But again, underestimated her defensive work. Look at her. She knows she's outnumbered, just waiting for the pass because that's the only option. Reads it beautifully, comes off her line. An all-rounder, that's for sure. Madison Levi, yep, her attack's amazing, but her defence equally so.
Oh, Levi, pitbull over that ball, couldn't quite get it. Did well to protect the ball, did Fijiana. Now back they come against the grain, looking for Thavuda, keeping that ball alive. There's Fiji, that's their strength. Boleki, strong athlete, throws a ball flat for Lomani, who's been busy in this half. The debutante, just her first tournament this weekend. Again, Boleki looks to get the arms free. Nasser can't quite get there for Australia, or can she? Not quite. It's scrappy. It's slow, and it's going to pop out for Paki. Great desperation, Soraya Paki, to win that ball back and earn a penalty for her team. They've caught Fiji offside. Australia matching the physical game when they need to. And they want to run up a score as well. Nathan, and here's Levi again. Nobody's going to get near her once more. First half hat-trick coming for Madison Levi.
Australia are looking good, aren't they? It's not just their attack, like you say, it's their relentless attitude in defence to get that ball back. They're always so hungry. They always play like they're 50-0 down, like they're so desperate to get that ball. Such a good attitude. You work that hard in defence, you know you're going to have sucked in players, and then it's just a simple hands to the outside edge.
Who just managed to keep it in touch. Australia goes backwards. France pour forwards. Levi holding firm. Again gets to ground. Absolutely rugged, but the quality is brilliant too. And now Levi, is she coming for four? They found her again, and she's going to oblige once more. Madison Levi breaks it open. And a little trick as well.
Oh, they did so well, Australia, with that break, but equally great scramble from France, but still the defensive read to jam. And oh, let's have a look here. Keeps the ball in. Oh yeah, let's play on. Good work from Faith Nathan, but they jammed in right there and exposed themselves. Jacquet is on an island. She has to wait for a support play, and when you got Madison Levi out wide again for the third time letting loose on that edge. It's easy money, but it was man on man again. I don't think you need to jam in on that situation.
People like Madison Levi scored tries. What a player.
Full-time siren goes. Australia perhaps keen for another. For those staying up late on Sunday night to cheer on. Back home, Levi chasing her fourth. Levi gets away and gets try number 4, if you don't mind. She makes it look so easy.
Look how quick they moved the ball here into the space. Incredible pass here, right out in front. Madison Levi does not have to break stride. She gets the legs pumping, the arms pumping. And now Leofau, the defender for USA.
Maddie Ashby, she loses it. So USA, from deep in their own end, have a chance. The knee's gone down. They must be released.
No, ball's available.
The referee believes the ball is available. Here they go. The kick and chase. Well, this could be dangerous because Maddi Levi is at the back cleaning things up. But she's been tackled. Great pressure chase from Sammy Sullivan.
Tackler, you must release.
She didn't release the tackle though, and Levi's gone. She is gone. Maddi Levi doing Maddi Levi things, giving Australia their second try.
Bit of a let-off from the United States. Sammy Sullivan, she knows better. She did a great job getting back to make the tackle, and you see her there still tackling Maddi Levi. Throws her.
Kukan. Brazil keeping it in tight now, but it's been stolen away by Bella Nasser. Gee, she's been good in that area, Nasser, this weekend. Tegan Levi for Maddie Ashby. Back for Levi up the middle, and Ashby almost held on to it, did Levi. Wanted to release in contact to Ashby. Kaslik just drifting across and then opening up the hole for Maddi Levi to slice through, hurdling over players and going in for another try.
It's no surprise that Levi does it yet again. They just look like they're all singing off the same song sheet here, Australia. Charlotte Kaslik there waving the one, creating a nice switch play and availing that right-hand corner for Levi. Costa there is often hard to beat, but Levi can certainly match her, if not outplay her when it comes to that speed game.
They've got numbers wide here if they can get it there. They do get it there to Faith Nathan. New Zealand having to sweep across. Nathan's got great footwork. It again takes Poldy Lane to come across. Henwood thought about the blind side, comes back to the open. Australia looking for their second. Nasser dragged down in a tackle by Felix Hotham. Still there. Oh, Miller's got Nathan. All of these players absolutely ripping in both sides.
Offside.
New Zealand been caught offside here. Penalty advantage for Australia. Dennis. There's the hooter for half-time. It is raced by Henwood.
Tackle.
Australia looking for the go-ahead score on the stroke of the break. Oh, Nasser sits down. Kolossi slips the ball to Levi. And Madison Levi, the rarity of her first try of the tournament, coming in the final.
Well, she's had her feet up. No, desperately trying to recover from an injury. But it's all about Nasser inside of the skipper doing the work. It's not the big breakaway try that we've become accustomed to from Maddi Levi. But she's inevitable. She was going to...
Faith Nathan being sought. This time, not able to work with that outside gap. Cleared away by Davis. And now they might just unleash some of their superstars, and none of the superstars shine more brightly than Maddi Levi, who'll be waiting out there on the wing, and here she is! Levi hangs out the palm! And you can see why. She scored a third of Australia's tries last season. Superstar, Maddi Levi.
Maddi Levi doing her job. She makes it look so easy. A handoff straight to the face. Oh, Yazaki's not going to want to see that one back. But Maddi Levi, she stands nearly 6 foot tall. She has a wide reach. So not only is she flying across...
Two props with Levi and Shani Smale, they are top quality.
Just add to that pop up there, they have defeated them once, but that was an Olympic competition, not on the HSBC World Series. Offload 50-50, and it's won by Aussie. Cleaned up. Caitlin Shea.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. They're playing on. One-on-one battle. Levi dancing with the sideline, diving in the corner, and the try's been given. Maddi Levi is back and flying high.
And she'll be going over to Caitlin Shea and saying, you deserve that one. Shea was the one that committed herself to the loose ball, which allowed Australia to get it to the edge, and this is where she is so dangerous.
Well, she's taking out the turf, a couple of defenders.
It's over chasing defensively, so here, this is where Aussie are so dangerous.
So we've got 5 players on this left edge. Australia, that's where they go with a decoy play off the first phase, and then an inside ball. Ireland not able to shape up in defence. It's a very good carry from Nasser. Now they come the right side. In between 2 defenders, a late inside ball for Madison Levi. This brilliant athlete. It's a name on the score sheet again. Try number 136.
But you look at this deception from the set piece from Australia. 65, Shariah Paki. That's the run that she runs right there, which makes the defence jam in. And that's why this run right here is so good. From there, the defence is over chasing. They all start honeypotting around. What that does, gives heaps of space and time for a late switch on the edge. So dangerous.
Toe to head here by Ashby, and the bounce is very kind for Japan. Across comes Levi in cover. So we've got 2 speed machines on the field for Australia. Levi and Stewart, if you don't mind, and they're heading to the former Levi, who's going to run away for yet another 5-pointer in the goal of Australia.
Well, with Stewart on the wing, what does that do? That puts Levi into the forwards, and it's double danger because you got Stewart on one wing, and then after Levi makes the tackle, she goes out to the other side. She's been in this position before, but look at her go to work. Right foot step, goes on the outside of the inside 2 defender, and then beats.
Nanosecond stuff. Change for Australia. Interesting. Heidi Dennis out there early. Head coach Tim Welsh not happy with things out there. They need something different. Here's Tegan Levi through the middle. Ollie Hines arrives. Penalty Australia. Taps and goes quick. Over the top to Levi. Maddi Levi with the fin. Maddi Levi with the try for Australia. Number 7 for the weekend. Double hat-trick yesterday. 1 already today on day 2.
Look at this pass over the top. It is so well whipped out there. And then she uses her big levers to make sure she maintains the space and gets another try, but it was created inside by her sister Tegan Levi.
Set 14-5. This is a really important scrum for USA to try to defend. Can't let Australia get away from them too much early in the second half. Nathan scooting across field. Good tackle made on her by Cedric.
Sorry.
Australia come back again to Smale in the middle with Shariah Paki. Good tackle from her. Offload for Kaslik and space for Kaslik too. Finds Levi as they so often do. Change of direction, chop down. Good counter ruck from Sullivan, but it spills out for Shariah Paki once more. There's a big hole there for Australia as the body's in motion. The yellow jerseys pile forward. Ashby lost control, regathered, is allowed to play on. Smale. Once again, they just reset and push to these edges. Look at Kaslik getting into the flow of the game, making herself known, making dishes like that to Madison Levi.
It doesn't get any better than that. Seeing the Aussie women express themselves in attack, spreading that ball from edge to edge. Charlotte Kaslik does a great job here, attracting Hirsch into that tackle. availing that
Out the way,
right edge.
please.
And we already know how dangerous Madison Levi is when she's that close to the line.
Charlotte Caslick, the best there is. Carrying.
A huge kickoff here. 6 minutes to play in the second half. They go low and flat.
Backwards.
Levi's knocked it backwards. She's lucky girl. So Australia rebuilt the onslaught, and guess what? They found Levi in space, and it's all over. Maddi Levi, try number 7 in Vancouver, extending Australia's lead.
The Australian fans are on their feet. Looks like Nasser on the t-shirt, but waving for Maddi Levi. Maddie Ashby does just enough, and that.
Away go they down the blind side. It's Ashby, and here is Levi. Doesn't seem to be too many problems as she glides down that sideline. Costa hangs on. That's 6 foot against 5'4". Doing well was Costa, but here come Australia. Offside. Just
advantage is
flying
over.
Forward as it lands in the hands of Nathan. She chops back, rolls out of one, lays it down. Paki.
Advantage.
Nasser for Caslick again, advantage.
Offside.
Brazil getting caught offside, and look at the open territory now for Maddi Levi. And she's going to ease her way in for another hat-trick, third hat-trick of the weekend.
Madison Levi, we have not stopped saying her name in all of these Australian fixtures. This was some true edge-to-edge play here from the Aussies. They tried their hand on the right-hand side with Faith Nathan, wasn't on. But just look at the accuracy to spread that ball. It was that final play from Charlotte Caslick to find the hands of Levi. That gives them an even further lead.
All the work done. Australia again. We talk about the defensive, the attacking work of Maddi Levi. It's another massive defensive play. And now Australia looking to control it. Just under 2 minutes to play. Levi again. Going to take on the outside and pushing away to Nettie, and that is going to be the one surely now for Australia to finish the job, to take the title, to take the World Championship. Madison Levi, absolutely inevitable.
There she goes. Well, there's a massive bit of work done at the beginning of it all. Barcolo on the break, and she doesn't see Maddi Levi coming. It all kicks off with a try-saver. Then off Australia go. And of course, it's Maddi Levi at her blistering best in Bordeaux.
Yes.
Now they need to be pretty much perfect to overcome the 17-point deficit against Australia. Almost cutting the line wide open there. Good tackle effort in the end, with Australia retained possession, and Nasser throws the dummy. She keeps her hands free, looking for that offload, and she finds the danger woman, Maddi Levi. Another handoff, another try. She is irrepressible.
Maddi Levi getting another try, but it's all created by her team. She just has to finish off beating one defender, which she seems to be able to do with such ease, but Isabella Nasser.
Find! Boy, midfield scrum. Lots of options for Caslick to weave her magic. Goes herself around the outside of the referee, then rips the ball to Levi on the edge, stretching, using the full frame. Madison Levi.
Set piece accuracy will always put teams in good stead, and here we've seen a fine example of it. Off the scrum, Australia was split 2-1. Charlotte sweeps again to the left-hand side, adding an extra number, spreads that ball wide. Madison Levi, every touch so far has eventuated in a try, and this is no different.
I love how they know. Tia Hines, her restart game, her kicking game, so vital for the Aussies. And again, this one doesn't quite fall for Maddi Levi. And so GB secure possession from the kickoff. Norman Bell on her own 22. Just going herself, hard to get around Tegan Levi. Very few do that. GB just trying to crash it up through the middle with Lisa Thompson. Again, it's messy on as they lay it back, and Dick goes down early to get that ball, and then that's just going to release Maddi Levi. Australia hungry for the loose ball, and their finishers obliging.
Well, that's a score for the defence for Australia. That was a bit of line speed from Australia, just shutting GB down in their attack, forcing the turnover, a couple of easy passes, and the familiar sight of Maddi Levi striding in a try.
Got to get back to the halfway line and make the next call and get us underway. Hines. Kickoff goes high, does. It looks like it was Warte, and then the offload to Pozo and goes into contact. Have to get support there quickly. Saw the last try coming off of a steal from Biantarita, so always looking for support has to be the key for Spain. Ball flings out wide, and that's going to be such dangerous work because you're going to get it into the hands of the absolute record breaker every single tournament she goes to. Maddi Levi extends her try-scoring record and gets one closer to getting to 200.
As quickly as they can to get the ball out to Madison Levi, and it's just bread and butter for her. It's just so easy. Well, she makes it look that way. It's actually not when you're trying to do it yourself. She's a supreme athlete. 197 tries, trying to get to 200 like you mentioned, Layla, and the quickest to do it if she gets 3 more.
Goes in looking for the turnover. She do enough there at the breakdown? No, still with Canada. They look to break them open. Levi scampers back, makes the stop. In goes Huller. Good strength in the tackle here from Australia. That'll be a maul. And it's okay for... Well, it all got very messy. Anyway, on we go. Australia tap and go through Maddie Ashby. Great seeing Ashby back on the field for Australia. Levi goes slap, slap, looks for the offload. Still moving. Levi! How did she? How strong is Maddi Levi? Wow!
Can she be stopped? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. 209 tries. Look at this. To the throat. Come here, Aja Hogan Rochester. You too. Thought about the offload, but she knew she could go the whole way. She's an absolute animal, but does it with finesse.
Final women's group match of day one, HSBC Sevens Perth. It is the home team and defending champions Australia taking on Canada. Australia, all they need is a losing bonus point. That guarantees the semi-final. Canada need to win and win well, but they've had it ripped away here by Balanessa. Gives it off to her co-captain, Ashby. And here's Ashby again, another who didn't play last year in the final because of injury, Mackenzie Davis. Up towards the 22, and Apps will be penalised. So Australia looking to make another fast start, rock the Canadians back early. And this is the person you're going to call if that's what you want, because that's what you'll get when Maddi Levi has ball in hand to open the scoring.
For the Australians, just look like they've taken it up a notch, haven't they? The body language. They come out and run out to this game.
Scrum sets on the 22 of Australia, 7-all, 2.5 to go. Well, lots of space here for Maddie Ashby. It's dangerous with Nathan on the switch. USA having to recover. There's Tegan Levi down the middle track. Great tackle made by Levy. Levy on Levi, and now Hines, Nasser for Maddi Levi. In and away, just about holding her up, and then gets rid of Kershey again. 4 in the previous game. 250 in that. This is 251. It puts Australia in front with Maddi Levi.
Levi able to finish that off. But here it is from the scrum, just able to get off quick, going the weak side. Ramsey wasn't able to recover, does well here, but there's just that huge disconnect between Levy and Kershey. And that gap is what Australia punished them on. And then just the overload, Levi able to take it away. It all came from that set piece, but Maddi Levi, boy, can she finish.
Just knows her job, knows what...
Australia were just taking their time, Tia Hines. But eventually just being told, just take it. Wrong us out. Now they're Want to just try and conjure something up, but again, it's just messy from Fiji, and it's more ball and more possession for Bella Nasser with the Aussie Sevens and the Wallaroos, and Maddi Levi will stroll in for her second in the first half, and now she's starting to chomp away at the next record.
You know what? It's because she got it done. Now that it's done and dusted, her 5 tries a game is going to come out. Fiji not being able to control their passes, and just Bella Nasser knowing exactly what she needs to do to draw in Nasi to get Maddi Levi away, scoring her 258.
But that was a loose offload from Kelly Agbe, and it's been turned over, and Maddie Ashby won't wait around for everyone. The switch to Tegan Levi. Taking their time now, Australia. Don't need to be risky with it. They've got 21 points on the board. They will feel they just wanted to see this one out. Maddie Ashby, now the link up and the connection is too good to Tegan Levi, who's been brilliant all weekend. She's been chased down by Lunoel Riviere, who does really well, picks up, releases it, and gives it to Big Sis. Maddi Levi gets a second in the second half.
Tegan Levi off the bench. So much energy in the legs. She is terrorizing this French defense. Look at that step, the power, the G-force going through the floor. And she just doesn't have enough to make it. She actually probably could have dotted it down on the second attempt, but drops it off.
Australia looking to put one final dagger in here. Mackenzie Davis brought down. Great hands. A big task for Ramsey now. Ramsey just not enough gas. Maddi Levi in these parts on the ice hockey rinks of Canada, we call it a hattie. That's a hat trick for Maddi Levi.
A hat trick for that woman. 8 tries on the day in just 3 matches. What a sight. Madison Levi, we've seen her do it time and time again, just when the USA were sniffing out.
Japan have lost a lot of ground, and this is danger zone playing right in front of their own try line. Australia look hungry, looking to pounce, looking to restore their place at the top of the log, and they'll win that ball back at the very least through Smale. Detroit. Through the hands they go. Ashby for Levi. Levi's going to stretch, and Levi's going to get another hat trick.
This Australian side making it look all so easy. You have to give credit to their defense. If you look at the way they're defending against Japan, is it just rushing them and squashing them? Japan were honestly making their way to the fifth.
Ball spills out for Hines, and now Kaslik. Wide once more, lot of space here for Faith Nathan. Yengo's been able to get back and cover. She bit in. Ben Tarita into the fold for Australia. She's got some real X factor to bring off the bench. Paki again now. Kaslik, oh yeah, just a little shimmy, and now the space for Faith Nathan. Christian's coming across. What a tackle, Alicia Christian's. And is she going to get it back? Not quite. Desperation defence from France. Australia really pressing in this final now. Tarita fends off one, can't fend a second, but she has Hines in support. Now Levi pointing, Nassau a run, looking for her flyer on the outside. Levi close to the line, Levi over.
Oh, the patient play of Australia. You thought they were in it on the right-hand side, but incredible defence. Look, watch this play here. The work rate there from the inside player from France. Unbelievable tackle there from Christian's.
Mind the kick, please.
And it's the plus. She makes the tackle, she gets to her feet, she challenges. But the cool, calm collectedness of Australia, they recycle.
You ready?
They go from edge to edge.
Time on.
Where they find Maddi Levi.
7 blue in front of the kicker there. Yeah, I'm ready now.
In that, we're going to see Maddi Levi potentially stride away and extend that record. It happened. It was edge-to-edge stuff, width to width. And they just keep the ball alive so well, don't the Australians? And that's a second for Maddi Levi in this match.
Yeah, I just can't say enough of great things about her. When Australia's on, they're on. And, you know, since yesterday in that quarterfinals match against the U.S., they turned up a different notch. They have really turned it on and found their stride.
Hard taskmaster on herself. Here's Shaniqua Lumplet. Going to squeeze this out all over it though, and making up for her error. Here goes Tegan Levi again, just lifting the tempo, tried to skip through or clinging on. Did well. Levi able to go again. Ashby stayed in support. And now they come to open things up, spinning it along the line. Australia in full flow, and there's the big switch from Nathan to Levi. Chiremba chasing, and it's a great chase too, but then slipping off, and Levi goes in again under the posts.
Well, they all take some finishing, but they are being created wonderfully by the players inside her. There's a real key to this play. The ball was put out in front of Faith Nathan. Look at the pass as it comes down the line here. Look at that pass, just invites Nathan to accelerate onto it. That's what brings the defenders across. Malinga gets caught up in it, and then there's nothing Chiremba can do despite the diving.
We'll bring this ball down, and WA doesn't find Naimasi. Fiji's all-time leading appearances this weekend. Her 40th tournament goes ahead of the great Rusila Nangasal. She's a key for them, Naimasi, but they've been camped inside this 22. Trying to step through the Aussie defence, but Pucky there around the ankles. Now up through the middle. This is better from Fiji. Dalawal couldn't find Wilson, no. And Levi's going to just tow this ahead. They've tried to hold her back. Levi looking for the corner. Is a shove in the back there somewhere, isn't there? They're going to have a look. Please. I thought Levi got a big old shove as she was diving towards that.
Try yes or no.
That's pressure.
I just want to also check if there's potential foul play in the act of scoring here.
I have to check that foul play.
This is her 33rd tournament.
Do it so fast.
She will be the fastest to reach that mark. Only 2 women previously have done that. Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe, now retired, and Michaela Brake, with hopefully a baby coming any moment. 28-0 Australia withstood some early pressure from Canada, and now are putting plenty on their own. And there's trouble coming because Henwood's going to spin it away here. Levi, she's got so much room. Williams comes at her. Levi bangs it down. 4 for the match, 250 for her career. An extraordinary player, Madison Levi. What an athlete, what a try scorer, what a star for Australia.
Here she is again. Madison Levi uses her limbs, her long arms. Trust herself, back herself to get to the edge.